Hey guys, what's going on? This is GG Your Face, and I'll be talking about a game between IdrA and qxc. qxc is spawning as the red Terran at the lower left hand corner, and IdrA is spawning as the blue Zerg at the upper right hand corner. This is game number 3 between these two players in the MLG DC competition. In that tournament, whoever gets 2 games will move on, whoever loses will not, and it is super important. And qxc is starting out with the supply depot block off at the top of the ramp, and IdrA will be scouting toward the left side of the map. qxc is running across the map with his SCV, as he does want to know if IdrA is going to put down that hatchery, and it looks like he's going to go right to it, and he's not going to be able to see it. And looks like IdrA is going to bring 2 drones, expecting that SCV to be there, have 1 drone fight the SCV, and maybe the other one will plant the hatchery. And we do see a dance is being done by these 2 players, as the refinery has recently gone up along with the barracks for qxc inside his base, and qxc is trying to survive as long as he can so that he can delay this hatchery as much as he can. And he's doing a very good job, actually, spinning around in not very predictable shapes. He's at 15, and now he's going to send it in a circle, and ooh, I think he almost lost it there. And he does run away. He does manage to slow IdrA down significantly. IdrA has put down a spawning pool. Over command has recently gone up, and this drone is not going to give up. The hatchery has gone down, and we see another SCV coming to help his SCV buddy, and maybe we'll see a battle between, ooh, maybe not. Second supply depot is going to block off the ramp, and IdrA has recently taken the extractor. I can't wait for this game to get started because it's going to be super intense. Both players want to win, both players want to move on, and we see the SCV still inside the base or the natural expansion of qxc. I mean, qxc is inside the natural expansion of IdrA, and qxc will be able to see what's going on inside IdrA's base. 3 probes, 3 drones get pulled off onto the gas. Actually, 2 only. Only 2 drones on gas at the moment. No, there's the 3rd one. qxc is going to be coming in and out. And the factory has recently gone down for qxc, as he is still on 1 gas. IdrA is still on 1 gas as well. The hatchery about to be finished though for IdrA. And we do see a reactor going up on the barracks, possibly a switch for the factory, and pump out a couple of Hellions. 2 Zerglings spawn, and that will force this SCV backwards. A couple of drones being transferred at the moment as the hatchery has gone up. And it looks like the factory is going to be complete, and I think he's thinking about switching. The barracks is probably going to be lifted and switch one overlooking the back of the base, and 1 spine crawler for IdrA. And we're going to see a double Hellion possibly. Yes, we do see a double Hellion coming out very, very soon. These 2 Zerglings are going to try to sneak in here to see what's going on. They will see that there is a factory attached to a reactor, so he will know that Hellions are coming. And in response to that, he is making additional Zerglings. And he's injecting both places, and he's going to move this 1 queen possibly to the top. Oh no, he's just going to use it to spread the creep a little bit. Both the Hellions have spawned, and the second pair of Hellions are not coming. Ooh, they are coming out. He was supply blocked there for a second. Not really supply blocked. And the command center is going up for qxc, as he does want to play an expansive game because it's relatively easy to defend your half of the map on this game, I think, compared to some of the other maps. And we do see that the spine crawler is in very good position, and he puts down a creep tumor. IdrA put down a creep tumor, and both these players are just staring at each other. Metabolic boost is up to finish for the Zerglings. 2 additional extractors are going up for IdrA, bringing him up to 3 possibly when it's complete. And we do see 4 Hellions. We might see some harass coming very, very shortly, as these 4 Hellions are trying to decide what to do. Additional Zerglings are on the way. A starport has recently been started by qxc, and qxc is sitting outside the doors of IdrA, not wanting to go in, not wanting to leave. I know exactly what kind of feeling that is. Indecision. And still here. We do see that the starport is getting attached to the tech lab at the moment, and he's probably gonna maybe possibly bring out a Banshee to harass at the same time. A Banshee is currently being built along with an armory for qxc. More drones being pumped by IdrA. I think he does feel relatively safe. We take a look at the unit count right now. 4 Hellions, 5 Marines, and a ton of Zerglings. And if we take a look at the army, ooh, a Spire recently gone down for IdrA. Take a look at the army count, both relatively the same, 52 to 47. Very, very close in the army count. A couple of overlords spread out through the outskirts of IdrA's base. Very, very smart there. qxc is still at the entrance. He's gotta have been here for at least 3 minutes and maybe more, and he still does not want to come in. I think he's still waiting for that Banshee to come. The Banshee has finally been complete, and it looks like he's going to be pushing in with this very, very soon. He has gotten up his own orbital command at the same time, and he's going to come in here, poke in the front, and he does almost fry a Zergling. And the Banshee is coming from the south position on the minimap right here. And there is an Overlord there as well to spot it, I believe, and he will be able to see it coming. And this Banshee does get 1 kill, 2nd kill, and a possibly 3rd kill. Ooh, he wants to turn around and shoot it, but ooh, he gets it. Very, very nice there. And the 2nd queen does come over, and he might be able to take this down. Ooh, very, very close. He does escape by a slim hair. 8 Mutalisks are currently being built by IdrA, and we do see a Thor as well as additional Marines being built, and the engineering bay, and ooh, he almost managed to pick off 1 more, but he was not able to, as the queen did come over in time, as the queen moved very quickly on the creep. And there's 2 refineries going up for a qxc at the moment, and IdrA's going to move out, possibly. No, he's going to just check around the size of his half of the map. And right now we see 1 factory, 2 barracks, 1 starport for qxc, and IdrA's inside the base, and looks like most of his troops are going to be outside, and he might be working on these add-ons. He's going to work on a tech add-on. Ooh, actually getting caught there a little bit by the Thors, as the Thors have a very wide range of 7. A couple of Hellions running a little bit too ahead of the rest of the units. Additional Marines are being built along with the +1 weapons, and the +1 attack is also being built along with the Baneling's Nest for IdrA at the moment. A lot more Zerglings coming, and we might see an engagement here. Ooh, that 1 Zergling did get toasted. And this 1 creep tumor is gonna go down. And we do see stem pack being researched by the infantry, and he's gonna come in here and almost set of destructible rocks over there. Take a look at the army count. Both players very, very close, 100 to 102, and we see an engagement here, and Zerglings do get a surround on the units below, and it looks like the Thors are surviving okay, but I don't think there are any SCVs to repair them. That could be problematic. Additional Zerglings are showing up, and I think he might be able to take down this 1 Thor, and maybe even the 2nd Thor if he aims. Yes, he does take down both Thors. Very, very nice play there by IdrA. And the armor count now slight in favor of qxc. Actually, I think he's just macroing up a little bit better. And there's 1 Marine on the side. As the units do come back to try to work on those destructible rock, this Marine will take a nap for the rest of his life. And a 3rd command center is going up relatively soon, as IdrA is grabbing his 3rd base as well. Concussive shells is being researched for the Marauders. The +1 weapons about to be finished. A lot of Banelings are being morphed in at the moment. If we take a look at the army count, 97 in favor of qxc to 83 for IdrA. And IdRA's going to come over here and probably snipe the refinery or the supply depot, or possibly both. He does snipe one of the SCVs. There's still 2 SCVs on the line, and I think he's going to try to aim to take down this refinery, and the Thors can't make it back in time, and he does take down the refinery. He's also going to try to go for the supply depot possibly, and ooh, this command center in a little bit bad position, preventing the Thor from going around. The Thor is making his way very, very slowly, and he does pick off the supply depot as well. In the meantime, qxc is going to try to march through the middle, maybe catch these Mutalisks back on the way, but he is a little bit slower. Army count right now 110 to 98. Take a look at the unit composition. It's about 17 Zerglings and a couple of Banelings and a handful of Mutalisks versus 2 Thors, 19 Marines, and 1 Raven. And we do see a 2nd hatchery in the middle. I always do like a 2nd hatchery on the same base because it does increase the production a lot. Couple of infantry units moving to the side, possibly getting the Zelnaga Watchtower. That's what he wants to do. And he will be swarmed immediately by a pack of Mutalisks. but they are on their way back. Army count 129 to 118. And we see both extractors are going up at the gold, and at the same time qxc has grabbed his gold as well. Both players pretty much mirroring each other in terms of expansions. Ooh, these two medevacs are a little bit ahead, but they do get saved by the two Thors on the ground. A scan does go off. He wants to clear out some of these creep tumors, and IdrA does not want to engage. I think he wants to be patient and he wants to get in good position and get a good surround. And there's a couple of Thors marching in the middle of the map, and we do see the Seeker Missile once again being researched by qxc. Seeker Missile will do a ton of damage. Looks like 100 splash damage. And it does also chase your targets. A couple of units moving across the map into the side of IdrA. IdrA looks like he might want to engage, and no, he's actually putting them all together. I think he's gonna... It's hard to tell the intentions of these players and their massive amount of clicks. And it looks like he's gonna try to get a surround, but the units are no longer there. We do see the combat shield are being researched by qxc at the moment, along with an additional siege tanks. Another command center is currently being built by qxc, trying to keep up with the number of expansions of IdrA. Both players looking relatively close in terms of army size, 150 to 155. And the infantry is 1-0 upgraded, whereas the units for IdrA is 0-1, pretty much countering each other. And we see that qxc is going to try to bunker up his side of the map. He's going to put down a couple of bunkers, a turret, and a sensor tower. And IdrA is going to roll in here with one bailing. Ooh, not actually going in there. It's like, whoops, went the wrong way. And a couple of Minos are going to come over here and clean up a medevac and a couple of marines, because he had placed a Zergling there, and that sort of lured qxc to fight. And we might see an engagement here. A couple of mules are a little bit out of position there. Army size 166 to 183, slight in favor of IdrA now. IdrA is getting a lot of upgrades. Melee attacks 1 and ground weapon, ground armor 2. And he's also grabbing his 4th base. If you take a look at the income, both players are pretty much very, very close. A slim lead, about 100 for both minerals and gas for IdrA. And looks like, I think he's going to try to push in there and take the space. A scan goes off, and he will see a lot of wow, that is a lot of Zerglings. There's exactly 103 Zerglings on the map for IdrA. And he's going to come in here. Wow, 2 Hunter missiles does kill off a good chunk of those Zerglings, but those Zerglings are very, very close to death, but not dead. A lot of these units are really close to death, but not dead. And they're coming in here. Ooh, this might not be a great place for him to make a stand. These bunkers are not manned up, and I think he's trying to rush them in, but he couldn't. And I think a lot of these Zerglings were able to get that surround before the Terran was able to run away. Army count 150 to 130. A healthy lead for IdrA at the moment, and both players are trying to macro up as this battle is drawing to a close, and I think that is a missed rally point, because he did lose that battle and he forgot to reset his rally point. Army size 140 to 114-ish. And now IdRA's going to come and return the favor and try to bring down the newest command center that qxc has built. And he should probably cancel. He does cancel the orbital command, and he's going to lift off. Very, very smart play there. But it will probably still go down to the mules that are shooting it. A stream of SCVs are going to be transferring, and they're going to be caught by these Zerglings. Zerglings are going to be getting on these SCVs. SCVs falling really quickly to the Zerglings and the mules. About 50 to 60% of them do die before they make it across, and that is going to be... wow. That is going to be deterred off by this planetary fortress. A lot of spine crawlers going down. Army count about 160. I don't know why he's sending out these infantries. They're not going to do too much damage, I think. He really wants to snipe off this hatchery is what he wants to do. This hatchery is very, very close to death. And right now the Zerglings and the mules are working on the back rocks. We see a couple of Ultras being built. Adrenal glands upgrade for the Zerglings, as well as the armor upgrade for the Ultralisk. In the meantime, the Terran player is upgrading additional infantry weapons, but he only has 12 Marines and 12 Marauders. And he will be dropping some of those Marauders in the back. Ooh, this one medevac almost could have been picked off. I think he really needs to drop off those Marauders. And there's a lot of stuff coming in from the side. They do